This is Kenyatta with Hip Hop Motivation on the Dame Dash Radio Show. About to get started. Waiting on Dame to come through. Today's guests, we have Divine of WuTang Clan.
Yeah. What up?
Peace, Vine.
All good, son. All good.
Yeah, man. So, as we all know, WuTang is, the biggest brand in hip hop. And actually, to me, personally, like one of the greatest brands of music. I would say besides, Motown and let's say the Rolling Stones brand is a great brand. The Beatles brand is a great brand. But WuTang Clan did something that no other group or artist has ever done in music. And, tell us a little bit, like, in the beginning, like how everything started and what made you really go into the route of, pumping the music from the hood and bringing it to the, to the corporate world to get it out there to the people.
Well, first, we were always influenced from hip hop. And when you hearing things and you're seeing things, you try to figure out how you fit in. And when we realized that hip hop was becoming very influential to not only our neighborhood, but to our people as a whole. And I think I should watch RZA make beats all day and I'll be like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, starting from a simple drum machine and one turntable, but he would always have this vision about what he wanted to do.
Right.
I was out in the block, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of the guys, I was stuck in the street and I didn't really have a clue on where I was going yet.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you find yourself in a predicament where you have to make life-changing decisions.
Right.
And I was forced into that position, and I grabbed onto what he was doing, and I was like, well, I ain't got the patience to be on the drum machine, or I don't have the voice for rhyming and stuff.
Right.
So I started studying the entertainment business, and from studying the entertainment business, I began to see the things that took place behind the music.
Oh.
And that became my focal point.
So you never MC'd at all then? You never rhymed?
I got a squeaky voice.
Oh, yeah. So,
no rhyming.
Yeah, because that was it's crazy. Like, that's what they asked me if I did, like, Divine ever rhyme. Like, people ask me that. Like, yo, did Divine ever, like, try to spit or make beats, anything?
I always thought that I had too much of a philosopher perspective. And whether I tried to rhyme or if I wanted to entertain, it always came from trying to uplift our people.
Right.
And that's not going to always be entertainment for most. So I didn't have that flamboyant swag about the streets. Even though I was getting money, I like to get my money and be quiet about it. You know what I mean? I was never the dude that wanted to be flashy. But when I found my grip, and I just grabbed onto the back office. And so I learned the manufacturing, distributing, production, I learned the publishing. I learned the whole sequence of what it took to make the record come into development. Right.
So for you, like, did you feel like being like behind the scenes, did you ever feel a need to like get on stage, or were you just more comfortable with the corporate world? Like, was it something that you just, because I know a lot of times, it's hard for people to stay away from hitting the stage or getting in the videos and doing all that stuff, man. How did you kind of balance that out, man?
Well, I think what I did most of the time, I just played my part. In other words, we would shoot a video and it'd be like, yo, what you doing on the side? God, jump in. I'd be like, come on, man, I don't want to jump in.
Right. We see you on protect your neck. Yeah,
exactly. Because I was standing over there on the side. They were like, yo, so we need heads to make this scene crowded and fill up the camera. So what I did was I jumped in the scene. And I always say, damn, I don't got no rhythm.
Right. You was like, that wasn't your interest at all.
I don't belong here.
Right.
This is not what I do. So I went back and I just kept learning the corporate side of it, and that got us to get our first vinyl pressed up. And after we got our first vinyl pressed up, we started taking them to the stores and just dropping them off. And we would drop them off and have like a little yellow pad with the little carbon copy underneath. And I'd be like, I get this dude 50 records, I get him 25 records, and next week I'd be like, yo, where that money at? You know what I mean? Right. You looking for the money, right? Yeah, because it was still like a block thing for me. But it was transforming into a business. And so I found what I did good, and I knew that was for me, and all the other entertainment side, whether it's the rapping or the videos. Right. You know, once in a while I jump in because
you learn the ins and outs of everything. Then, like, you just really paid attention to every aspect of.
I think most of us we're human, so we have complexes. So when I would see myself, I would always not like how I looked on camera. I didn't like how I sound on the mic. So I would just stick to what I did, which is basically look at what I don't like about myself and look at what I love about myself. And I do the things that I love about myself, which is helping others succeed, which is developing my community, which is changing the perspective of my people and where we come from and how the stereotype of America has made us feel as citizens. And I want to big that up and say, all right, that was then, this is now, and this is what we evolved into. So I stayed in that lane, and you know, I'm thankful for the blessings from all that.
Word. So from the foundation of things, like initially, how did you guys have to put up your own money? Like, how did it work with as far as the foundation? Because I know things have changed in the music business since back then until now. But how was it back then? Did you have to press up CDs? You had to press up tapes? What did you have to do?
Yeah, we had to go to disc makers, man. We had to go there and press up our vinyls and get our CDs pressed up. And like I said, we
singles,
had to go
right? The Prop Protect Your Neck Method Man single.
Right, we did. It was the first one was I had After the Laughter.
After the Laughter was the first.
It was the first on the back side of Protect Your Neck, and then we switched it over to Method Man. But we had to put up our own money. I had a job. I was working at 7 World Trade Center. So, you know, every day I would go to work and I would see these young brothers just getting money. Like, wow. I look out the window, I'm looking down on the trading floor. One kid walked past, somebody out there, 25 mil. I'm looking at this motherfucker, yo, you fucking fuck, you 25 though. Yeah. He did 25 mil. And I'm looking at him like, what the fuck? I'm cleaning carpets, dude.
Right. Yeah, 25 mil.
So I took my checks, and you know, and I started saving them, and I started buying more equipment for RZA. Right. And then at one moment, me and my boy Power sat down, and we was like, "Yo, son, we gotta get the fuck off these streets."
Right. Word.
It's getting real out here.
Yeah, Power. Shout out to Power.
You know,
yeah.
No doubt, it's my partner for life, right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we sat down, and I basically brought him and RZA in the room, and I walked out and said, "Yo, y'all connect." You know what I mean?
Right,
and I went to work because I still had to keep my job. I had a like reality check
because you were funding everything at first yourself.
Yeah, but I had to go to work, and when I said it was a life-changing situation, I couldn't get money in the streets no more. I chose. Yeah. I gave my pledge to God. I said, "Yo, you saved me this time. You ain't never got to question this again. I will never be that dude doing violence in my mother's neighborhood again."
Wow,
and I stuck to that vow, even if I had lost my whip, my money, my girl. I don't give a fuck.
So when you was in the streets, who was you with more than anybody else? Like out of Wu, like when you like around, like growing up, who was the main people that you affiliated with?
Ray was my best friend since elementary school. That was like my nigga right there. I'm gonna fuck what I went through. Me and Ray went through it together and shit. And then eventually, Ghost became that dude as we got more of our upper teens. But you know, the streets was like, you know, we had to get out of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So between me, Ray, Power, you know what I mean, Ghost, of course my brother RZA was the founding thought of all the music that we do.
Right.
That was our backbone, of course. You know what I mean? And
was Ray always rhyming? Was he always rhyming back then like that, or he was just like?
I wouldn't say he was doing most of the rhyming back then. Capadonna was doing most of the rhyming.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Cap was like the one that, and what, like, so Cap, he wasn't even on the first WuTang album, was he?
No, he wasn't, because, you know, like I told you, when I made the transition, some of us didn't make the transition yet. It took time for brothers to figure it out, and I think that when I figured it out, I went back and got the dudes that I felt that was worthy of what I was trying to do. Right. Not only because I had a relationship with them, but they were qualified. And you know, Deck was one of those dudes that was very quiet, but he was totally qualified.
Right.
And RZA eventually picked out who he thought the best was in our crews and our homies and whatever. And then that spiraled into WuTang Clan.
Right. So it was like, so basically it was like, so Cap was actually a member of WuTang Clan from the beginning. He just was in the street element at that time.
Well, he was a homie, friend.
Right.
You know, we kind of hung out in the same building. You know, I had my baby mom lived in his building, and I would always be there, and we always hang out. And we, like I said, we grew into teenagers, and that just helped us later on to figure out, yo, who you want to roll with, yo. And when Cap came home, it was like, I'm signing Cap.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because the pillage was crazy.
No.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite albums out of like everybody involved. Like, to you, like, what are you, like, some of your favorites? I know it's kind of biased for you, but your favorite album out of everything that y'all put together, what do you think it is? Like, right off the top.
That's tough. Because each album represent a moment. That's really, really defining our development and our growth and our loyalty to one another. And, you know, of course, you think about the first WuTang album. That's the baby. Yeah, that's the baby. That's the one. That's like having your first child, or getting your first son. You know what I mean? It's like, I got a son right now. You know what I mean? So, but even though each album has its own monumental expression, it still goes back to just you're jumping off the first. You're just having another child. You're still a father. You're still, you know, making your music. And I can't really pinpoint it, but I will always say, well, look, if you want to get technical, I always thought Cuban Links was one of the hardest albums RZA worked on, because we went through something before that album was produced.
Only built for Cuban Links.
You know what I mean? But then when he came with Liquid Swords, the sound was,
oh man,
it's like, how the fuck you make that beat right there? So you know, and so RZA, I got to give a lot of credit to my brother, because
that was back to back fire too, man. It was crazy. Yeah, that was.
He made it look easy. I knew what he was going through every day in the house. Like, when I would come to the crib, and, you know, he'll be in there. He's like, he lived in a dungeon almost. Like, he just stayed underground, making beats, producing. And
sleep, shit.
Yeah, he lived it, man. You know, I will always be indebted to him, because it don't matter what we become afterwards. Something got us out of what we was. And to me, you know, if I can't define which album was best, I'm going to just say, yo, I'm grateful to have done and been a part of all those projects. Because those projects help us become the men we are today. And I don't care what I'm doing, there's nothing that can happen in my mind that can tell me I'm gonna erase that. I can never erase that. I don't give a fuck if niggas don't even speak to me. I will never be able to erase that reality, and I will humble myself every time for those men. That's the honest truth.
Man, let's get into something, man. I want you to pick a joint, man. Let's get into something from the WuTang Clan, man. Like, or from any album that you think of, that you could think of. What song would you want to get into right now?
Damn, you want to set it? Go to Fourth Chamber, man.
Let's go to Fourth Chamber. Yeah, let's set it off. Exactly. We'll be back. Dame Dash Radio Show, Hip Hop Motivation.
Choose the sword, and you will join me. Choose the ball, and you join your mother in death. You don't understand my words, but you must choose. So, come boy, choose life or death.
My Memorex perform tape decks, my own phone sex. Watch out for Haiti bitches, I heard they throw hex. Yo, Wu whole platoon is filled with raccoons. Corner sitting wine niggas sipping apple boom. This ain't a white cartoon, cause I be ducking crazy space. The kid hold white shit like blacks rock ashy legs. Why is the sky blue? Why is water wet? Why did Judas rat the Romans while Jesus slept? Stand up, you're out of luck like two dogs stuck. Iron Man be sipping rum out of Stanley cups. Unflammable, Noriega, aiming nozzles. Stay windy in Chicago, spine tingle, mind boggles. Kangos and rainbow colors, promoters try to hold dough. Give me mine before Poe, wrap you up in so-and-so. I ran the dark ages, Constantine the Great, Henry the VIII. Built with Genghis Khan, the red suede Wally Dawn.
judge wisely, as if nothing ever surprised me. Lounging between two pillars of ivory, I'm lively. My dome piece is like building stones in Greece. My poems are deep from ancient thrones I speak. I'm overwhelmed as my mind roams the realm. My eyes the visions, memory is the film. Others act subtile, but they fragile above clouds. They act wild and couldn't budge a crowd, no matter how loud they get. Though they growl and spit, clutch their fists and throw up signs like a crip, and throw all types of fit. I leave them split like ass cheeks and rag pussy.
Hey yo,
lip.
camouflage chameleon, ninja skill in your building. No time to grab the gun, they already got your wife and children. A hit was sent from the president to raid your residence because you had secret evidence and documents on how they raped the continents. And it's the prominent, dominant Islamic, Asiatic, black Hebrew. The year 2002, the battle's filled with the rule. 6 million devils just died from the bubonic flow of the Ebola virus under the reign of King Cyrus. You can see the weakness of a man right through his iris. Unloyal snakes get thrown in boiling lakes of hot oil. Uncoils your skin, chicken heads getting slim like olive oil. Only plant the seed deep inside fertile soil, fortified with essential vitamin and minerals. You just got 4 blankets stuffed and cloud inside my pillow. Rolling with the lamb, 12 tribes, 144,000 chosen. Protons, electrons always cause explosions.
The banks of G, all cream down to back. Money feet good, opposites off the set. It ain't hard to see my C's need guard degree. I got mouths to feed, unnecessary beef is more cows to breed. I'm on some tax-free shit by any means, whether bound to hit scheme or some counterfeit cream. I learned much from such swift cons to run scams. Veterans got the game spiced like ham, and from that, sons are born and guns are drawn. Clips are fully loaded, and then blood floods the lawn. Disciplinary action was a fraction of strength that made me truncate the length 1/10. With the stump, tweeters hiss like air pumps. RZA shaped the track, niggas caught razor bumps. Scar trying to figure who invented this unprecedented opium scented, dark tinted. Now watch me blow him out of shoes without clues, cause I won't hesitate to detonate, I'm short fuse.
Got Kenyatta of Hip Hop Motivation back on the Dame Dash Radio Show. And I'm sitting here with my main man, Divine, CEO, founder of the WuTang Clan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, Vine, so we know, like, you've been, you know, you handle all the business as far as from the beginning of, you know, the infancy of WuTang Clan up until right now, what I call maybe, I would have to call these years like the 20s, the teenage years of WuTang Clan. How has business changed from the beginning when you first started up to now?
Well, look, everything changes. That's life. You
Right.
know what I mean? And the music industry has evolved in such a way that sometimes we looking at it like it ain't what it used to be, but it's evolving. And if you look at how we used to earn our money in the music industry, they have somewhat shut that system down on us.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of artists got to do 360 deals. You know, I think we created the 360 deal model personally. But, you know, the business today is what it is. I think what we're doing now as a legend in this music industry is just continually protecting the brand. Okay. I can't even go to say what's happening because I haven't had an artist in so long that I'm not even looking at what's happening on a day to day. But when I'm working in the industry, continually with my catalog or trying to put out a new Wu project or whatever the case may be, it's like the artist got to stay dedicated.
Right.
And I think that what happens with the artist, they forget that there's other components to their success. So what I think the music industry has evolved into is where the artist has gotten so much caught up in their own imagery that they fail to respect the radio dude. They fail to respect, you know, the street team.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They failed to, you know, you got to respect the marketing team. You got to understand that you're going to have to work hard every day when you put a project out.
Right.
And I think that the industry has made the artist, in a lot of ways, think that it's their choice of how they should work.
Right.
So
you still believe in like street team? Because I know, like, I was talking, like, right now, I just finished my one of my books called The Secret to Ballin' Journeys. It's on audiobook as of today. And I was talking to Dame about this a few days ago, and he was talking about getting a PR and doing that type of stuff. How do you feel as far as PRs in connection with street team? Like, is that another part of it to you, or is it
it's this thing. Look, the PR people, they the ones who are going to get all the networks and everybody engaged into your project. You say you're going to do something tomorrow, you wake up, all social media got your product.
Right.
Everyone knows that it's coming. But in the old days, the street team was the ones that we stood out in front of the clubs. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had to go and knock on doors.
So that works. That worked to you.
It still works. It's just that people are too lazy.
Because you don't see people doing that anymore.
People lazy.
Because I remember up and down Crenshaw, man, it was like, any WuTang album that was coming out, Loud Records, like, my boys, like, I had a homeboy named Sean. He used to work for Bigger B, and they used to lace everything on Crenshaw, Slauson, WuTang. Human Links album.
They started finding us for that shit. That's the first problem they did. They started finding us, and no one wanted to incur the cost of that. So social media has now taken the place of that. But I still feel that social media doesn't persuade you to buy the music. I think social media is a bunch of people liking and thinking or giving you their opinion, and it's not really based upon them actually engaging themselves into your project.
That's deep.
What we used to do, we used to go to the store and spend 3 or 4 hours in the record store because we put on our headphones and we actually listened to the album entirely before we purchased it.
Right.
Now, it's just, you download it and you take the single and you don't get the message in the song that was on the album that could have saved your life. You just stuck on that one single that got you in this zone. But go back to your question about whether the PR works or whether the street team works. I think everything is a unison. Everything has to function as a whole because that allows, you to get the full range of marketing your product.
Okay.
So if the artist knows that has that full staff behind him,
right,
and knows what his role is, then that artist is gonna be up in the morning. He's going to be at the radio station. He's going to be at the record label. He's going to be doing all the interviews that he needs to do around networks or whatever. But you got to look at that. The social media world, this internet world, has gotten us very lazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you tell an artist,
and everything is presented right to you.
Come on, we got to be here tomorrow morning. What we got to go there for? What you mean? What we got to go there for? You got to shake hands. You got to touch people, man.
Networking.
People, your body and your mind is something that should not be sheltered behind a screen, because there's no magnetic attraction from that unless it's painting an illusion.
Exactly.
Unless it's triggering something of your emotions. But when you touch, the crowd, and the crowd see you performing, the live performance is the best thing they can get out of you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the music industry is going to evolve to where it's going to evolve to. And we as people who work in this industry are going to find our ways to stay in survival mode, or we're going to find something else to do.
Exactly.
And for me, I'm looking at it from a standpoint where I love this hip hop industry. You know what I mean? I kind of took a back seat to it because I ain't got time to fight with record companies who wants to steal your artist from you. I ain't got time to fight with the artist who never knew nobody at the record company, but think that they're the reason why he's successful or she's successful.
Right, taking all the credit.
Yeah, and you're looking at them like, motherfucker, you know how many hours we put in that basement together?
Right.
You're gonna tell me now that you're the one with the lights on?
Right. That
you think this is all about you? Okay, then go ahead and try that.
A lot of managers do that too, right? The management, everybody, yeah.
Nobody has no respect for the other person's contribution no more. And that's something why I don't develop new talent. It's one of the reasons why I just look at the industry and I'm going to enjoy the music like everybody else. I'm just going to get in my whip,
be a fan,
and support all the up and coming artists and leave the headaches out of my life.
Right, exactly. That's dope. And so, like, for someone that doesn't have, like, say, for instance, like the disposable income to hand $3,000 a month over to a PR, what would you say the best advice would you give to someone that's an up and coming artist that has talent and that has a great brand or a great product? How would you, what would be some great ways for them to promote and market themselves hand to hand?
We did 3 shows a day.
3 shows a day?
Yeah, we'll go to one club, leave that club, go to another club, leave that club.
For free, or you got paid?
For free. because you gotta listen. The PR costs you $3,000 a month, but they only gonna send that blast out to their email list.
Right.
Okay.
And that might be limited to next to someone else.
It could be great, but it doesn't give you a sense of what's in front of you. You're still, you're still waiting on a mystery guard, so to speak.
Exactly.
So
somebody to come save you.
What I would recommend for any person that's now entering the music industry, whether it's an artist, producer, whatever, get out your house, go amongst the people and work your product from the streets. Look at it like, I got to go to work every day. Okay, if you got to go to work every day, say the job has assignments and you're in different locations.
Right.
You got to visualize, if I got to drive this carpet truck
to
this house and we got to get this job done in 3 hours and we got to drive to this over here.
Right.
That's the same format to me. But people are too busy looking for instant gratification.
Right.
And that's why the PR can charge you $3,000 a month, because they just sitting there with 20 accounts and they're just pushing buttons. But you waiting for that moment to say, I made it. But the moment you know you made it is when you look at that 100 people who are coming to see you, 300 people coming to see you,
right,
500 people coming to see you.
That means a lot to the brand, because it's real.
You building something that's real. It's not something that, say you see a girl on Instagram and then you go to the party and, everybody's been saying they coming.
Right.
And you get there and you look at her like, hey,
yeah,
it's not the same.
Right. Exactly.
And that's the same way with an artist. You listen to them on their final cut for the record, and you listening to it on the radio, or you listening to it on your phone, whatever.
They stage show.
And you go to see them live, and you're like, motherfucker, have you ever performed live before in your life? There's too many studio artists going on.
Right.
And my son brought that to my attention one day. He was like, Dad, he's all right. I'm like, what you mean? Everybody say he's dope, Dad. So I said, you know what? I went in the room and I pulled him out of the studio and said, step outside.
Yeah.
Acapella, perform right now. Same song you recorded. He couldn't do it because he's used to all the equipment.
He's used to this, the music, the equipment.
He's used to all the imperfection in himself. We're tweaking it on the board. So I'm going this direction to try to point out to you why artists today don't seem to have a stronger impact as we did back in the days. It's because they're not living it. They're fantasizing this shit. So you go to record, you're recording something that you never experienced for some. And then you're looking at it like, well, how come I'm not charting? Why I'm not doing? Because you're not even outside. Nobody even know who the hell you are. And then you start looking at these other artists who are outside, and you're saying, yo, son was at this club last week. He was here last night. He going here tomorrow. Right. And then you start saying, well, I missed that show. Well, let me go catch him over here. And then you finally catch him. You're like, you know what? He's a performer.
Wow. I've seen that happen. You go and see someone perform, and it's night and day from like what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
So the PR work and the street teams and the way that the industry is now,
that's cool. But you're saying like the artist, like a brand new artist should just really stay out in the streets and move around with the product as much as they can and shake hands, politic, perform everywhere you can for free.
Listen, get out there, man. Look, if you're gonna give your record to Spotify for free, fuck, go do some shows, man.
Right.
Touch the people, and the people will relate to that more.
Right.
That's my opinion.
So it's just not just putting stuff up on social media and all. That's not.
Man, this shit is flooded. It's flooded, bro. I mean, how many people you see right now? Listen, we came in the game, we can damn near count how many successful artists that was in the industry. Now it's so flooded. Is oversaturated, in my opinion.
Right.
But I'm not here to put nobody down about what they're trying to do as far as their music. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that, the likes don't get you purchases. Okay? When you go out there and people see you hands-on, there's something about that. There's something about being hands-on. And I found...
Even if you're putting on your own events, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, because look, even we signed WuTang, why did I mention Cap? Because Cap was banging on the fucking wall every day. We be in front of the building, we be on the staircase, we be anywhere. And that brought out his talent.
Every day he's performing.
Come on, man. I mean, him, Ray, Dak, Ghost. Of course, I'm family, Jizza, ODB, RZA. That's my blood. That's blood right there.
Right.
So we been doing that. But I'm talking about how I knew and my team who had that same skill. And it goes back to that. How do you know which one of these guys are going to be able to make the non-born? You know what I mean? And there was 15, 20 people trying. We got down to the 9.
Born.
You know what I mean? Because when I see him, I'm like, nah, so he be killing it. And he'll start rhyming anywhere, any place.
That's what you got to have.
And that's what I'm trying to say to you young artists that's coming up. Just perform live. Get into the live scene and stop going into the studios and thinking these computers and in your house and your laptop, that ain't gonna make you no star. That'll make you a wannabe. Okay? That makes you a wannabe.
Damn. Word. Yo.
No disrespect to y'all home working on y'all Pro Tools, dog. You know, let's not be stupid. I ain't being rude. I'm just being honest.
That's real talk. Yo. Man, so let's get into another Wu-Tang joint, man. Like what you want to hear now, man? Let's see what else could you pick, man?
Man.
Top, man. Like what you think is
Incarcerated Scarface. Hit me with the hard
Incarcerated
shit.
Scarface, the Purple Tape, Raekwon,
Exactly.
the Chef. We'll be right back. This is Kenyatta of Hip Hop Motivation on the Dame Dash Radio Show.
There's a courage about him. Doesn't look like a killer. Comes across so calm. Acts like he has a dream. Full of passion.
You don't trust me, huh?
Well, you know why.
I do. We're not supposed to trust anyone in our profession anyway.
Knock niggas out the box all the time. Niggas know my motherfucking rep big small, big yeah, motherfucker. Straight up. I fuck your whole take care, B.I. shit. Yeah, bust it. Yo, G.I. nigga. Now yo, what up, yo? Time is running out, it's for real though. Let's connect, politics, ditto. We can trade places, get lifted in the staircase. Word up, peace, incarcerated, Scarface related style, attract millions. Fans, they understand my plan. Who's the kid up in the green land? Me and the RZA connect. Blow a fuse, you lose. Half-ass crews get demolished and bruised. Fake be frontin', hourglass heads niggas be wantin'. Shutting down your slot time for pumping. Poisonous sting, which thumps up and act chunks. Raise a heavy generator. But yo, guess who's the black trump? Dough be flowing by the hours. Woo, we got the collars, scholars. Word like peace to power and my whole unit. Word up, quick to set it, don't wet it. Real niggas lick shots, peace, Connecticut. Now yo, what up, yo? Time is running out, it's for real though. Let's connect, politics, ditto. We can trade places, get lifted in the staircases. Word up, peace, incarcerated, Scarfaces. Chef for shine like marble, rhyme remarkable. Real niggas raise up, spend your money, argue. But this time it's for the uninvited. Go ahead and rhyme to it. Big nigga, mics is getting fired. Morphine, chicks be burning like chlorine. Niggas recognize from here to Baltimore to Fort Green. But hold up, my wet be tasting like thrower. My mom roller, drip to death, whips rolled up. You never had no wins, sliding in these dens with Timbs, with Mac 10s and broke friends. You got guns too. What up, son? Do wanna battle for cash and see who's son's who? I polywax, track, smack rap niggas, you facts. Niggas lyrics, you whack nigga. Can't stand unofficial, wet tissue, blank busts, scud missiles. You rolling like Trump, you get your meat lump. For real, it's just slang rap democracy. Here's the policy, slide off the ring, plus the wallabies. Check the status, soon to see me at Caesar's Palace eating salads. Be meeting Mike, sending keys to Dallas. I move rhymes like retail, make sure shit sell. From where we at to my man sell. From staircase to stage, minimum wage. But soon to get an article and rap page. But all I need is my house, my gat, my act. Bank account fat, it's going down like that. And pardon the French, but let me speak Italian. Black stallions wildin' on Shaolin. That means the Allen is Staten. And niggas carry gats in. Mad police from Manhattan. Now yo, what up, yo? Time is running out, it's for real though. Let's connect, politics, ditto. We can trade places, get lifted in the staircases. Word up, peace, incarcerated, Scarface. I do this for barbershop niggas in the plaza, catching asthma. Greatest stick and gun flashes, well dressed, skating through the projects with big ones. Broke elevators, turn the lights out, stick one up, upstairs. Switch like a chameleon. Hit Brazilians. Pass the cash or leave your children. Lead a building. Niggas, yo, they be folding like envelopes under pressure. Like Lou Ferrigno on coke. Yo, Africans denying niggas up in yellow cash. Musty like fuck. Waving their arms. The Arabs sit back. Cooling like Kalu was on rocks. On the crack spots. Rubber band rap. All my knots. Few bitches who fuck dreads. On Suda Feds. Pussies hurting. They did it for a yard for the feds. Word up, cousin. Nigga, I seen it. Like a 27-inch Zenith. Believe it. Now yo, what up, yo? Time is running out, it's for real though. Let's connect, politic, ditto. We can trade places, get lifted in the staircases. Word up, peace, incarcerated scar faces.
Peace. This is Kenyatta of Hip Hop Motivation, back with Divine of WuTang Clan. And, you know, we just came out of a segment where we played Only Built from Cuban Links, Incarcerated Scarfaces. Shout out to my boy Ray out there, you know what I'm saying? Good, great family. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Ray many years, as well as all the members of WuTang Clan. My question now, Vine, is based around ODB. Is like his passing, of course, was, you know, hard for you guys because it's not only family, group member. What do you feel about Dirty's legacy and what he left behind as far as all the music? Is there any other music in the vaults? What's going on? Like,
first of all, I lost a cousin, so
right.
You know the music industry is the music industry. But when you
Right.
lose your family, it's not no comparison to that.
right,
But based on him as an individual, he's missed. You know,
Yeah.
he was an energy. He was that whole atomic bomb that would blow up when you know we came in the room and everybody be cool and quiet and dirty. Be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Nigga? He'll get the shit going. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I kind of missed that energy because even if we were going through something, Dirty would just keep it so real that it'd turn into a joke. Because he's like, yo, we family, son. All this shit is extra shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you kind of miss that because when a person like that is around you, you always kind of grab, the good part of what you're going through. So his music will always be here. You know, RZA got a lot of shit in the votes. I ain't gonna get into that part.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Stuff.
You know, that's when he's ready to release that unreleased product.
That's what's crazy because like when Prince passed away, they were talking about so much music in the vaults that we haven't heard. That's dope. You know, I just know every artist has that. Like you got vaults of music and.
Well, yeah, listen, you know, what he's already given to the world is so much influence and so much, you know, love from what he experienced in his life. He entertained us, you know what I mean? But he entertained us with truth, and sometimes truth is not heard until after the fact.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us who are listening to his music now be like, damn, I didn't even hear that part. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Dirty was always giving you, you know, the future. He was always giving you something that you wanted to ignore, you know.
Right.
And that's what made him such a unique individual because his style was more or less like, I'm confronting everything right now. I don't give a fuck.
Old Dirty was, man,
you know what I mean?
right in your face.
Cushing is okay though? I'm sorry.
Raw.
It slips out every now and then.
But you know, he was raw.
Yeah, he was raw, but he was intelligently raw. And when you're intelligently raw, that means you're conscious of what you're saying. You're just keeping it raw for those who may be gravitating towards the rawness versus the intelligence.
Right.
And then after the fact, you'd be like, oh shit, I just put 2 and 2 together. This motherfucker just dropped a bomb on me. You know what I mean?
Acknowledge yourself. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So he was worldly. And that was something, that's why his name was Unique A Son, you know what I mean? Because he was worldly and he just had a perspective about life that, you know, it's up to us to try to remember that and keep incorporating that.
Right. Yo, we got Keisha from LA on line 2. Peace.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hi, how you doing?
Everything's great. What's happening?
Okay, yeah, I was calling to say I know you have your book coming out and everything, and I feel like it's a great thing that you're doing.
Right.
And I wanted to know, what was the process of your writing, and how did you get the writing done? And what do you want people to get from your book?
Well, that's a great question.
The Secret to Ballin' Journey?
Yeah, well, it's the process of writing, you know, it's like anything else. It takes a lot of, you know, meditation before. Well, for me, I meditate a lot, you know, before I write anything. I like to, you know, channel the energy of where I need to be. A lot of studying, you know. It's always important to gather a lot of great information. You know, I'm a firm believer in knowledge itself. So, you know, I take that with me through the pen, and I channel that through my own being and put it on paper.
Okay.
And then what I do is, as far as the recording process, because it's an audio book, as far as the recording process, I got with a great family member, a friend of mine by the name of Frost. And he had great beats, and I chose some beats and I spit over them. And we also got Divine from WuTang Clan up here right now as well. So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, hi, Divine.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Yeah.
I appreciate the
so
call.
And I wanted to end. The last question was, what did you want people to get out of your book?
Oh, what do I want people to get from this book? Well, you know, the audio book is based around the principles of natural law. So, you know, I want people to get back in alignment with the harmony of the universe. You know, so as we all should know, any transgression of natural law is a form of theft. You know, so we want to get people back into harmony with natural law. And then when you're in harmony with natural law, you no longer violate others, the rights of others, including yourself. So that's really pretty much what I want everyone to get from it. You know, just a form of real knowledge of self, because you can't break natural law. It's immutable. You can't break the law of gravity like you can't break the law of electricity, you know, but, you know, we have to live in harmony with these laws and move forward, you know, and actually get along better. We get along better with each other when we understand natural law.
Of course.
Shout out to Hootie, known as Hermes Trismegistus in the Greek.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for calling.
All right, thank you.
All right, peace. So, got my main man right here, you know what I'm saying? He's a WuTang official, you know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself to the people.
Yo, name's Amir. It's a pleasure to be in Divine's presence, as well as the hip hop motivator Kenyatta.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. But so, from what I understand, man, because we have a lot of conversations about this. The last time I talked to you, you were telling me who your favorite WuTang member was, right? And
yes.
We had a debate about that because, you know, you said that to you. I'm gonna let you express who you feel like your favorite WuTang member is, and you know,
Tony Stark's Ghostface Killah is my personal favorite.
Okay.
Discography is nuts. Debut album is classic, and then he was the first one to really hit him with his second album that was also really classic. Some people felt that the Wu was kind of falling off when it came to the second roundabout of albums. I'm not saying that.
You're talking about right after
Iron Man dropped.
Okay, so what album was that? That Forever came out, and then Iron Man came out, right?
Iron Man was 96.
Yeah.
Forever was 97, and then I believe Clientele was 2000.
Okay.
But he was the first one with the second round of albums. You know, people thought Cuban Links was classic, but then when Immobilarity dropped out, a lot of people were like scratching their heads because how do you follow up with that? And then Jizz after Liquid Swords, people were like, how are you going to top that? But Tony was the first one that people thought surpassed the debut. Yeah. Whether you agree with that or not, that's on
Totally
you.
agree.
With that.
Totally agree.
I agree as well.
Yeah, listen, you got to understand something. Starks his ear is incredible. Okay, he was in the vaults with RZA. You know what I mean? You know, you gotta. That's why you look at the executive producers. Okay, you got me, Power, you got Ghost, and you got RZA. That means Ghost was always present. You know what I mean? So when RZA would go through all these tracks and he'll be sit there and assembling the music, and Ghost, his lyrics was already impeccable, but he had a chance to hear and understand the format that RZA was operating under. And I think that's why when he came back with his follow-up album, he went back to the basics. He didn't try to create something new. He went and did what he knew best. And that's why he's looked upon, as you said, one of the favorites, because he sticks to what he knows best. He doesn't he don't experiment.
And his performance is off the hook. Like you got, like, you know what I'm saying, like what we were just talking about performance. his performances though. Like he's great on stage. You know what I'm saying?
And also, a lot of people don't know, but he traveled to Africa before that album was made. So he went on a little spiritual journey. So I think that really influenced.
That's what he did. Nutmeg.
The work.
He did nutmeg.
Yep. He did nutmeg.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a lot of storytelling on that.
Was he out there with RZA?
They both was out there. Yep. They both took the trip, and you know, it was a changing moment for him. I think when he came back, he had learned a lot, and like I said, he still sticks to what he knows. So when he went in the studio, you know, he was in there for months, and he would sleep there. You know, we had just built 36 Chambers, one of our first big facilities in New York, and you know, I would come to work because one half was the office and the other half was the studio. So I would come in and go into the office. I'll come in the morning, he's up writing. I'll leave out by the evening, he's dropping his verses, and I'll come back the next day. His pen game was incredible. His focus was incredible, and it remains that way to this day. And that's why you know he's probably got more albums than any WuTang member because he continually does.
Rituals. He's a ritual.
Yeah,
He sticks his routine.
Sticks
to
the
gun, man. Keep his gun sharp, man. You know what I mean?
Wow. What about the Genius album? What did you feel about that back in the day?
Liquid Swords, amazing. I think as far as the debuts go, Cuban Links is the best Wu-Tang solo album ever made. My second favorite is probably, actually, I think Fish Scale. I like Fish Scale better than Supreme Clientele and Iron Man, whether you agree or not. A lot of people don't agree with that. But Liquid Swords.
Dilla's on there. That's why.
Dilla's on a lot. A lot of cats are on it.
Yeah.
And
MF Doom, of course. Doom is on there.
Doom is on it.
Yeah.
But Liquid Swords is incredible. It's close to Iron Man. I may have Iron Man a little over it. It's a little over it. But
Fish Scales is one of my favorite albums as well. Yeah.
I wanted to ask, after the studio got flooded, RZA's home studio, I think, was it Method Man's album was being recorded and then it kind of got ruined due to the flood, and is that what happened with Takal and he had to redo it, or what kind of happened with all those files?
I think to be honest, I think it was Cuban Links.
Oh, Cuban Links. Oh, wow.
This is why we were so paranoid, because we didn't know, and I hope I'm not mistakenly saying that. I know it was close, but I think it was the Cuban Link album.
It was Meth said he lost an album in the flood.
Yeah, I think it was Meth.
But RZA had 300 beats. So Meth had already picked his tracks. So Meth is making a statement based upon where he knew he was writing to, he was developing his process. But the album that RZA had on the chart, on the plate that we had to hand in, that made the problem, because now he had to go back and oh man, he went back in and.
You remember that day when that happened?
What? I came in the crib, I was like, what the fuck? And I
was it was like, what?
We used to argue.
All the way, like,
we used to always tell him, yo, God, keep your fucking disc off the floor. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but Raw had so many discs, he had so many keyboards laid around, and he was just good at what he was doing. But at the same time, it's like everybody can walk into a room and think that this is a mess, but he's organized in his own mind. So I can't say that he wasn't knowing what he was doing. I was just more of a neat freak saying, yo, pick this up and put him in the cases. And he was like, yo, stop, because you fucking up. I do, but I got to grab that. I got to grab that. Shit got to be where I'm leaving it. You know what I mean? But we had that flood, and he showed that he was talented, because after that, he went back and created all these albums. That's why I said I think it was the Cuban Links album, because that was either Cuban Links or Liquid Swords. I got to really...
You had to go back.
Yeah, I got to think back. It's just a long time ago, too. But
yeah.
That's when I knew he was just, the talent was in his head. He was good. He went in and he still went and completed all those albums, made our deadlines, and like I said before, much respect to RZA forever for that.
How much do you think that, you know, fun is a part of the creative process? Like, how is it? Because I hear people say that, you know, having fun and being happy at what you're doing is the key to success on all levels. How much fun was in process? I mean, was in play towards creating these albums for y'all? Like, was a lot of jokes? It was a lot of what was...
Of course, man. Listen, man, you got to look at it like this. We were friends trying to achieve something. So when we got together, we were still, you know, homeboys. It wasn't like nobody had a big ego. Nobody thought they were better than the next guy. We just come in there and start snapping on each other and just have a good time. And I think that's where you know that you're going to create something good because your mind is set. your whole frame of mind is in tune with each other, and, and there's no tension. Right. And for me personally, those were the best days because we would walk in the room and whether Ray and Meth roll up something, and those two that's why you hear the album, they snapping all the time. So as soon as they'll get that weed going, and
it's just
next thing you know, it's nothing but jokes, it's nothing but humor, it's nothing but respect, it's nothing but just charismatic men just doing what they do, and that was something that was innocent, it was pure, it had no other motivations other than we grateful for each other. You know what I mean? And that's the part that a lot of people got to remember 20 years later, 30 years later, like, don't give up on what established your happiness. You know what I mean? When you do that, then you start thinking that something new is going to come. So God works in mysterious ways. He'll give you something and be like, why are you seeking something I already delivered to you? And for us, it was like, I didn't need new friends. You know what I mean? Right. Even though we was laughing and we was giggling, I didn't need to bring nobody around and be like, come be a part of our joy. I'm going to be with my brothers. That's it. Right. And we keep and maintain that integrity to this day. Wow. I don't have a bunch of, what they say, apprentices. I just keep it straight. And I hire the best people for the job, and I bring them into that laughter. They come around and go, why y'all always joking and playing around? And y'all grown ass fucking men. Listen, man, we going home to kids. Okay, we going home to bills and problems. We gotta laugh. You know what I mean? Because we don't laugh together. Like, to me, the best time for us is we on tour nowadays. We on tour. It takes about 5 days to get the momentum back in the place. You know what I mean? But after that 5th or 6th day, dudes is ready to just have fun and act
Speaking
like
of that, you hired Angela Yee. Angela Yee used to work for WuTang.
She was a very brilliant young lady at the time, and she's evolved into a beautiful, intelligent woman. I respect her to this day.
Oh man, yeah, she's Angela Yee, Hot 97. So what? But now it's 105. She's on Power, right?
She's on Power,
yeah, Power.
Breakfast Club.
Now. Yeah, so it.
If I can ask another question, who came up with the two meanings of WuTang? For those who don't know, witty, unpredictable talent, and natural game, and then we usually taking garments. Who came up with those names, if you even recall?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No. I would say it could have been a lot of us in it, because back then you have like Ray the Ruckus would be in the studio, homie Killer would be in the Cage would be in the studio. You know what I mean? You had so many funny dudes around it. They'll be snapping and saying shit, but the next thing you know, RZA may go in there and be like, what you say? Say that again. You know what I mean? Or he'll say it, and then maybe Ray will say it, maybe Ghost will say it. But most of the time, always Meth would come with it. Meth had a funny crew. You know what I mean? All they did was snap back in the days, and you always find those people in the room. But I think that's where it came from. It came from us having fun first. So I can't even pinpoint who created it, but you heard it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
What about that logo? Who designed the logo?
Mathematics did the design of the logo. RZA had brought him in early before he was not even our DJ yet.
Wow, Mathematics. He actually drew that.
Yeah, he had a couple. He was an artist, you know what I mean. So RZA was like, we had a couple of ideas, and we just kept playing around with it. And then one day, Math just came back, and
I just talked to Math about an hour ago too.
Yeah,
he's in France or something.
Yeah, listen, we got a big crew. Everybody stays somewhere. You know what I mean? We like WuTang is like an octopus. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. It's an octopus. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's always one of those tentacles is always on you, baby.
Word. Hey man, let's get into we got a phone call from Calais from Los Angeles. Calais, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, hello.
Hello. I wanted to ask you a question about your business.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. What projects do you have coming up in the future?
Well, Dame and I have the Culture Vultures book that'll be going on pre-sale. We're working on that for next week, June 28th, as well as it being released in July. And then right now, I just released The Secret to Ball and Journeys audiobook today. It's on iTunes, Amazon, etc. And then also we have physical copies as well for people that like to hold their work. So, I'm just doing a lot of great things. And also I have a project called Ready to Live, Life Before Death coming out. And that's, because one of my favorite MCs was Biggie. That's another audiobook, which is a follow-up to my first audiobook called Think and Ball Out. So look out for that pretty soon. Definitely. Thank you for the question. We also have Devon from WuTang Clan here. You a WuTang Clan fan?
Yes.
Oh, you are? Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, definitely.
The young is curious.
Yeah.
But you know what though? They should be curious because look, we ain't here to entertain y'all and not give y'all the knowledge on where it changed our lives and how we evolved. You know, the music industry. You know, look at you and what you're doing right now.
Right.
You're doing your lectures and all that. That's important because see, most of us are afraid to express ourselves. I've kept quiet since day one with Wu. You know what I mean? This is probably one of my 3rd interviews ever. Because I don't do them.
Right.
And I don't do them because I just like to stay focused on what I do. But I'm realizing, and I'm saying that truthfully, I'm realizing now that, damn, you know, we got a lot to offer the world.
Wow.
And I think that when we get past our own personal, you know, dilemmas, we're able to really express what the youth need. They need to be inspired, not only for having fun, but they need to learn how to protect their integrity. They need to learn how to respect their homes and their communities and which evolves into their countries.
Right.
So we don't really have to always think that we're doing this for money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, like you said earlier, the universe is going to make us go in accordance.
Right. Regardless.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I listen to your product and I was like, you know, I watched the Sick of the Baller and all that, I'm sitting there saying, you know, a lot of great minds.
Right.
You know, but I would love to see those great minds form their own union. I would love to see us in the hip hop business put down our differences and be like, yo, we need to start our own after. You know what I mean? Because you know the actors got it. Why don't hip hop artists have it? You know what I mean? BMI and ASCAP, they've done things to unify, whether it was the radio or whatever broadcasting. But what have we done? So I think listening to you and listening to what we've done over the years to our music, it's time for a new platform. And that platform has to steer us in the direction that these young kids don't always want to be the rapper. They don't always want to be the producer. How about where's my business managers at? Where's my accountants at? You know, where are the people who's going to come behind the scene and protect our interests and our future? And I think that that's something that, you know, why I'm starting to speak now.
Wow.
Because I think that there should be 100 Divines. I heard Baby say that. He said, "Where's all the rap CEOs and all that stuff?" And he said that it kind of touched me because I was like listening to him, and I said, "Damn, you know, what happened? What is happening to us?"
Right.
And we didn't realize it that we were so caught up in being who we were that we didn't pay attention to the owners of Sony and what they were thinking. We didn't pay attention to the owners of Universal and what they was thinking from a hierarchy because we was too busy being local.
Wow.
Even though my brand is global, let's not take nothing from what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that we didn't even anticipate our own downfall because no one was giving us those conversations that made us realize, yo, you're falling off on this side, you're falling off on that side. And to get what you're doing now, you're giving it to the young. And those young people are now going to be able to say, well, we love the music, but we also understand where we're going as a whole. And I think, and I'll elaborate another time on that.
That makes a lot of sense, and it has a lot to do with like circulating the knowledge and the information back to the people. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like what you're saying basically is this, you know, who gave it? It's like no one really gave it to you guys or told you guys that, you know, this is a possibility that the downfall can come or this may happen. And, you know, for you, who really taught you the game as far as like in the business? Were there like powerful people that gave you this information for free, or was it something that you had to pay for? Like how did it work?
I had to pay for it first. After being, I think my advantage to being able to make WuTang so corporately successful was that I had patience. So when I would go in the room, I remember the first time I had to deal with the books, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was fortunate enough to meet John Manilli. You know what I mean? And quiet is kept. For a few years, he just was schooling me. I would just
John Manilli that used to work for Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I used to go to his office, and you know, and he would just help me with my taxes first of all.
Okay.
But I paid attention to him. I watched his assistant come in with 5-8 different checks, and they all with different colors. And I was like, why the fuck is all your checks got different colors? Not realizing those were different accounts and different clients. So I was like, oh, so how the hell do y'all do all that? I got a book. I write my shit on paper. Then he introduced me to the software. So from that point, I was like, that's how this system is operating. Everything is through software. So I went out and bought, back then it was Peachtree, Lotus.
Right.
I settled with QuickBook Pros because it was the most simplified and the most easiest to manage.
Right.
And then after that, we went on to the publishing side, and I went and bought the publishing software. So I learned how to communicate with all the societies all around the world from one software. It costs money. Let's just get it straight. You're not going to get this shit for $5. You know what I mean? You know, the publishing software, you're going to have to pay 100 G's to get that. You know what I mean? As far as QuickBook Pros, you know, it can go to be 10,000, 20,000, depending on how many users you got. You know what I mean?
Right.
But back then, it was way more expensive than it is now. But back then, we had to learn. So as I learned that, you know, I began to realize, like, wow, you know, I got the financial part down. I got the music catalog part down. And then I had to get the other software, which manages your manufacturing, your distribution.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I had to get the other software that helps you do the PR work, because everything has its own platform. But by the time you look at it, my 8 to 12 hours was spending 3 hours in each category.
Damn.
And I did that for 25 years. So that's why I'm an expert in what I do. I'm not the best. I don't have any Harvard degrees, but I have the knowledge no different than a student who just pays $75,000 a year to go to school to learn.
So the class. So if you were to do it all over again, what classes would you take in college? Would you go into accounting heavy, or would you like what is something that?
No, I definitely would have went into accounting.
Yeah.
I would have did that because I've always been a numbers man. I was always been blessed with math. You know what I mean? That's why when I got mathematics, it was easy to comprehend it.
Exactly.
Because it was just it was just in my DNA, so to speak. You know what I mean? I always been good at that subject and history.
Right.
So putting those two together, that's just home environment. But when it came to the business, like I said, I sat with the lawyers every day. You know, my job was to get up in the morning and meet with 4 lawyers because we had 7 deals going through 7 labels.
Damn.
So my days was full. I'll be 2 hours with Steve Rifkin, 2 hours with Leo, 2 hours with Polly Anthony and Dave Glue over at Sony, and then 2 hours with Wendy Goldstein over at Geffen, and it was a circle, you know?
Right.
And those people, I honestly got to give a lot of credit to, too, because you can know what you want in the software all you want, but the day-to-day is everything. So when I used to walk up in their offices, I got very familiar with what they were doing. And I can honestly say, those people are the ones who really, really allowed me to spend ample amount of time up there in their office space until the day I came back and says, I got my own office, I got my own staff, and I'm gonna expand my business.
Word. What song, man? Let's get into some more WuTang, man. Amir, what song would you want to hear? And let's get one from Divine again. And I got one off my. I'm gonna spit mines.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
My favorite song off the debut is got to be The Mystery of Chess Boxing. So let's get into that one.
Get into that one. And Vaughn, what you want to hear?
Let's stick with that one right now.
Mystery of Chess Boxing.
Let's just go
okay,
down.
well, definitely for me, I definitely want to hear Nutmeg. Nutmeg after Mystery of Chess Boxing.
You going right to Tony? You killing it. Those are
Tony.
hard right there.
Yeah. And then let's bring it to some Secret to Ball and Journeys, man. And let's go into a track produced by my boy out in New York, who is actually used to be a partner in MF Doom's, John Robinson, Little Side from Science of Life, who was on Next Levels on King Ghidorah. He produced and remixed a song called Check It Out Research, the Educated Mix. Shout out to John Robinson. Let's get into that after Nutmeg. And we'll be right back on the Dame Dash Radio Show with Kenyatta of Hip Hop Motivation.
A game of chess is like a sword fight. You must think first, before you move.
Own style is immensely strong and immune to nearly any weapon. When it's properly used, it's almost invincible.
Raw, I'ma give it to you with no trivia. Raw like cocaine straight from Bolivia. My hip hop will rock and shock the nation like the Emancipation Proclamation. Weak MCs approach with slang that's dead. Them eyes are running to the wall and bang your head. I push a force, my force you're doubting. I'm making devils cower to the Caucasus Mountain.
Well, I'm Messiah. I set the microphone on fire. Rap styles vary and carry like Mariah. I come from the Shaolin slum, and the alley I'm from is coming through with enough niggas, enough guns. So if you wanna come sweating, stressing, contesting, you got your soft swords at the midsection. Don't talk the talk if you can't walk the walk. Phony niggas that outline the chalk. I'm mad vexed, is what the projects made me. Rebel to the grain, there's no way to barricade me. Steamroller niggas like an 18-wheeler with the drunk driver driving. There's no surviving. Rough like Timberland, where? Yeah, me and the clan and yo, the Land Cruisers out there. Peace to all the crooks, all the niggas with bad looks. Bald head braids, blows his hook. We pack home text, nigga play the max. Black axe, drug dealing styles with fat stacks. Only been a good nigga for a minute though, cause I got to get my props and win it. Yo, I got beef with commercial ass niggas with gold teeth, lamping in a Lexus seat and beef. Straight up and down, don't even bother. I got 40 niggas up in here now who kill niggas for me.
My peoples, are you with me where you at? In the front, in the back, killer bees on attack. My peoples, are you with me where you at? Smoking meth, hitting cats on the block with the gap.
Here I go, deep tight flow. Jack you stole can never get this low. I'm Terry Bomb and shit. Boom, that's warming up a little bit. Rapping in is what's happening. Keep the pockets stacking in, hands clapping in. At the party when I move my body. Gotta get up and be somebody. Grab the microphone, put strength to the bone. Dan, 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 into the WuTang zone. Sure enough when I rock that stuff up, puff, I'm gonna catch up, rough, kicking rhymes like Jim Kelly or Alex Haley. I'm a beat a belly rhymes, coming raw style, hardcore. Niggas be coming to the hip hop store. Coming to buy grocery from me. Turn out to be a hip-hop MC. The law, in order to enter the WuTang, you must bring the whole dirty bastard type slang. Represent the Jizza, Abbott, Rizza, Shaquan, inspect the deck. Dirty hoe getting low with his flow. Introducing the ghost bass killer. No one can get it live.
My peoples, are you with me where you at? In the front, in the back, killer bees on attack. My peoples, are you with me where you at? Smoking meth, hitting cats on the block with the gap.
Speaking of the devil's sight, no, it's the guard, get your shit right. Mega trife, and yo, I killed you in a past life. On the mic while you was kicking that fast shit. You and Nick tried to get it, got blasted. Half-mastered ass style, mad rough chast. When I struck, I had on Tim's in the black mask. Remember that shit? I know you don't remember Jack. That night, yo, I was sitting like a spiked bat. And then you thought I was bugged out and crazy. Strapped for nonsense, after me became lazy. Yo, nobody budged while I shot slugs. Never shot thugs, I'm running with thugs that flood mugs. So grab your 8+1, start flipping and tripping. Niggas is jetting, I'm licking off, son.
WuTang, 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 WuTang.
Homicide's illegal and death is a penalty. One justifies the homicide when he dies in his own iniquity. It's the master of the mantis rapture coming at ya. We have an APB on an MC killer. Looks like the work of a master. Evidence indicates that his stature merciless like a terrorist, hard to capture. The flow changes like a chameleon, blends like a friend and stabs you like a dagger. This technique attacks the immune system, disguised like a lie, paralyzing the victim. You scream as it enters your bloodstream, erupts your brain full of pain these thoughts contain. Moving on a nigga with the speed of a centipede and injure any motherfucking contender.
My peoples, are you with me where you at? In the front, in the back, killer bees on attack. My peoples, are you with me where you at? Smoking meth, hitting cats on the block with the gap.
What's up, y'all? What's up? This is Ghostface, straight from Staten Island. You know, I don't really mean no harm, but it just happens, you know, when I step approach a motherfucking whack nigga and trying to spit his darts, I can't spit him. Check it out, though. Hey, yo, scientific, my hand kiss it. Robotic, listic, optimistic. You probably missed it. Watch me dolly dick and Scotty Waddy competent me. Big microphone, hippie, Poughkeepsie, crispy chicken burst. Fuck up a Stone Richie. Chop the O, sprinkle a little snow inside of Optimo. Swing the John McEnroe, rap rock and roll, tidy bow, gun hole pro. Starsky with the gum so hit the rum slow. Parole kids, live Rapunzel, Patone Stizzy really high. The vivid laser I got, jump in a Harley ride, cross I freaking lemon pie. I'm bout it. Lord forgive me, Miss Sally shot it. Tracy got shot in the face. My house was overcrowded. You fake cats done heard it first on how I shitted on your turf. Fat time, Cuban link verse show. Check out the rap K-Pen. Summertime fine jury dripping. Face of the box, I seen your ear twitching as soon as I drove off. Cap came to me with 3 swordos. Give one to Ray. Let's season they broth. Lighting raw fever heaters. Knock need a Sheba for Heaver. Diva got rock from the receiver bleeder. Portfolio looking fancy in the pantry. My man got bigger dime, son. Your shit is scampy. Base that. Throw it to your mouth. Don't waste that. See go slamping in the throne with King Tut hat straight off. Yeah. Yeah. I just want y'all niggas smack all y'all niggas. Nigga rats. Universal death threats. Yeah. This be the God body. Yeah, no doubt. Judge Wise. Hey yo, spiced out Calvin Coolers, lounging with 7 duelists. The great event is a slick, licking with 6 Rugers. Rock those big boy Pilates out of Woodbridge. Porch for the biggest beer, seasoned giraffe fridge, rotisserie ropes, hickory cinnamon, scented glaze, perfected fine to within shell. Let's smoke, all hell to my hands. 50 thou praise you, dirty nose with the nasal drip, click flipped on fam. Dancing with blanching them bitches, flicking goose pitches, kick down the ace of space, snatch Jack Riches. Oaths of compulsive lies, flies with my name on it. Dick made the cover, now count how many veins on it. Scooby snack, Jurassic, plastic gas, booby trap. 10 years working for me, you wanna tap shit? Bong, 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 your bell went wrong, wrong, wrong. Staple lands where the ambulance don't come. Yeah, you see what I mean? See what I mean, you motherfucking crybabies? Get in line, punk. You should be studying your odds instead of studying me. That's how you lost your first job, punk. Now get in line before you get your little thick ass tossed up. Shit, I study on the Bruce Lee, nigga. He was on the 4th, I was on the 3rd.
Pass me the honey dust spliff, black mental cause continental drift. One whip of power, you gets my divine stiff. Brick rock, late night, hit a tick tock on my clock. I used to run up and pick a crab lock, hit his stash, dip back to the lab, make a flip uptown. Now we back on your Ave, incognito, fatal Hakito blow. Pop a needle, dick a knock knee hole. Bust out a fetal, 9-inch long, strong. Probably pop the bitch thong, spit on her. Then I banged on my chest like Kong King. Merciless Ming, point the killer bee sting, wing dings. Right through your head, bing. Snap the wing off of bats. My battle axe, tongue hacks tracks. Once the ball drop, I'ma snatch 10 jacks. Pass a crack to a nigga rat. Puff a loosely cigarette while your man search the internet for Bob Digitech. In stereo, crazy as Shapiro. Multiply myself 10 times, standing next to 0. And snap my fingers like the Fonz. And bag me a golden bronze skin girl with the honey blonde. Dip hair, make a nigga flip in his chair. Had the armpit shaved off perfect with the nail. Stomach fat as a pancake for a man's sake. Used to fuck her when she ministrate, but it made her hyperventilate. Brooklyn!
I know. Queens! I know. Shaolin! I know. Bronx! I know. Jersey! I know. Long Island! I know. Break it down!
Research. Yeah, man, this is research. People don't get how important it really is, you know what I'm saying? Research is serious. Check it out. Don't talk. Just listen. I had to be honest with you. When I learned the importance of research, it was back in the year 92. The year I started destroying my hair from overusing texturizers, trying to look like the 5th member of Jodeci. From the time I was 16 until I was 18 years old, I relaxed my hair every 5 to 6 days. By the time I turned 19, your boy looked more like Homie the Clown than a member of Jodeci. It was crazy. Damn. Because the girls at my school loved him, I kept processing the little hair I did have until I had no choice but to make an appointment with my barber Tone so he can cut it off. I remember slouching down in his chair, embarrassed to take my hat off.
Tone looked at my head and said something that forever changed my life. He said, "Man, I see you didn't read." I thought, wow, that one statement had a lot to do with me checking into beauty college later on down the line. Write this down. Education through research will save you from embarrassment. Word up. The 90s were real, so real that I used to rip open the texturizer kit and go straight for the relaxer without ever reading the instructions on how to use it. I kept it real alright, real stupid. I took a loss because I didn't educate myself. How many of you out there have ever messed up from not following directions? Well, we all have, in one way or another. Sad to say I had to completely lose my head to understand the importance of education through research. But what better way for me to learn than through the trials and tribulations of my own personal experience? Check it out. In Matthew 18:3, Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Since the Bible was written in psychological metaphors that are played out in consciousness, this scripture reveals that checking things out with the curiosity of a child opens the infinite possibilities of the conscious mind. It was also written to be childlike, not childish. Being that most of us as adults are set in our ways, we foolishly go through life expecting positive results without ever educating ourselves, which is the same thing I did over processing my hair without ever checking out the instructions. Not only can we lose hair without education, you can absolutely lose your mind. Write this down. You must learn more to become more. When I lost my hair, my blame list was in full effect. I blamed the S-Curl company, including the dude on the box. Yo, if I ever saw homie back then, it would have been on. But that's foolish. Also write this down. The childish blame others, the childlike take responsibility. See, the childish ignore education even when they have dreams, which explains why the word ignore is the beginning of the word ignorance. The childish simply ignore knowledge no matter how easy it is to obtain. Just look at the amount of information in our cell phones and computers today. For real. The days of having to go to the library to do research is almost obsolete. But when you're childish, you only use those devices for entertainment and socializing. Don't sleep. Information is key. So the key is for us to become childlike in our approach to education through research. Because the childlike understand that the only way to increase personal value is to educate themselves through doing things like attending the seminars and reading the books that enhance potential. The valuable lesson I learned from losing my hair is that research is the key that unlocks the prison of ignorance. Believe that. They can no longer keep it from us. Man, come on, man. Yo, man, you gotta stop looking for things outside of yourself, man. You better than this, bro. I done told you before, man. Yo, look, man, check it out, man. Yo, the real moments that change everything is when we make a conscious decision to change anything. Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the #1 killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the #1 killer. The #1 killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by. But in reality, the feeling of discomfort can be the best thing that happens to any of us, because the negative emotions of mental, physical, or spiritual pain can force us to make a decision where settling ends and action begins. Also for your notes, a decision can become the beginning and end of all change. When I first got into the hair game, I met a barber by the name of Bobby Earl, who a few weeks before moved to LA from Louisiana, and he was sharp in his 60s. Bobby Earl wasn't the best barber in the world, But after only a few months in the shop, his clientele was damn near the same as some of the barbers that had been in the shop for many years. Every day I would sit at my station watching the same routine. Bobby Earl cutting customer after customer, then going outside to promote himself until he brought back in another customer. Then one day I followed him outside while he was passing out cards and asked him what his secret was. After he spoke to somebody that was passing by, I told him that I've been waiting on people to come through, but that doesn't seem to be working. That's when he told me that getting something and waiting on something are two distinctly different actions. And in his opinion, getting something means you've taken the initiative to receive what you're looking for, while waiting on something destroys the valuable time we can use to perform daily rituals, which he said is a part of the reason he promotes himself whenever he's not working. Check it out. That was the first time I had ever heard anything about daily rituals. But when he said that, it was as if a spotlight exposed all of my recent business deficiencies. Bobby Earl told me that the first thing I would have to do is decide what it is that I really want. Then after deciding what I want, I would have to imagine the experience that would be mine if I were in full possession of my desire, over and over again until I felt certain I could achieve the desire I imagined. After listening to Bobby Earl's words of wisdom, later that night I wrote down my desire in full detail, which was my dream to work on sets as the exclusive barber to the stars. Even though my clientele was non-existent and I can barely pay my $65 booth rent, I stayed focused on getting into the industry because, not to toot my own horn, I knew I was good enough to work on sets. But no matter how good I thought I was, I realized after listening to Bobby Earl that I needed to create some rituals to get me there. Before writing down my list of rituals, I kept it real with myself and went over my business deficiencies and analyzed what I could do better to come up. So at the top of my list, I wrote the word time. Since I was almost always late for appointments, including the fact that I didn't have consistent business hours, my first ritual was to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. I created that ritual because I felt it was early enough to not only get to the shop at 7 a.m., but to have enough time to imagine myself cutting hair on set and also visualizing the type of day I wanted to have before I jumped out of bed. But the most important ritual I developed was ending my visions with prayers of gratitude, because I learned that when you're thankful, you'll have more to be thankful about. In keeping those rituals, my clientele increased, and not too long after, I received my first set job on a show called Homeboys in Outer Space. From conditioning myself to waking up early and being on time, I continued to have success in the entertainment industry. Because when major money is on the line, don't sleep. Time definitely becomes a factor. Now, after you decide what the heaven you want, the inner sight of your desire has to become as clear as placing your hand in front of your face, being replayed over and over again until you are certain you can do it. In scripture, this is what it means to call things which are not seen as though they were. Being certain stems from conditioning the mind through daily rituals that build certainty in our desires before any physical action takes place. Don't sleep. The people that don't believe in their desires with certainty will never take action. And as we all know, no moves being made brings us no step closer to what we desire. When you believe with certainty, it becomes easier to take major action. You have to imagine the possibilities until you become certain that the action you imagine will bring results. So it's important to perform daily rituals that will condition your mind into believing what you desire is possible. The discipline of daily rituals develops focus of certainty that leads to results. And results, whether large or small, creates the potential for greater results. Because everything affects everything. For example, the daily ritual of brushing and flossing can save our teeth from falling out due to gingivitis, which can lead to poor digestion from not being able to chew our food properly. Poor digestion then leads to other health issues, because everything affects everything. Accomplishing the small things can lead to major results, and ignoring the small things can lead to major problems, which is why passiveness causes our dreams to pass us by. Believe that. They can no longer keep it from us.
What's good? We're back. This is Kenyatta of Hip Hop Motivation on the Dame Dash Radio Show. I got my main man, Devon of WuTang Clan. Yep. And my boy Amir. We sitting here chilling. You know, before we get into it, man, I just want to say that, you know, I had a birthday yesterday. I just turned 40 years old. it's interesting that
Culture Cypher.
Yeah. So it's a blessing, and just looking at all the things that I've been blessed with, including my beautiful children and just great friends, and a lot of great responsibility, I would say, and I'm so just so thankful, of everything that's been given to me, and everything that I will, that I'm able to circulate back with this project I did, The Secret of Ball and Journey, as well as the movie, and just sitting here with a great guy that I've known for many years, and we've had a lot of great conversations about business and about life. And what was most interesting about me, bringing Divine in today is that I called Divine and just was like, yo, man, come through and do the radio show, because I had been asking him for years, and he didn't really want to be on the camera or be recorded or talk about any of anything that he's been doing. And it's not because he didn't want to give back. I'll let you break that down. Like, what is your real focus now as far as circulating this information back to the youth?
Well, look, we all have jobs to do, and over these years with WuTang, my job was to be an executive. My job was to get the deals done, bring the revenue in, and manage a global company. Now, I'm more like feeling like it's time to revisit my roots. And what I mean by that, revisit my roots, I come from a culture and a generation that we learned the science of the universe.
Right.
And the science of the universe was love, peace, and happiness. And
exactly.
I brought that out through my relationships with Wu, but I believe it's now time for me to bring that to the rest of the human family. And it's not so much just sitting in a room giving all my thoughts to my brothers. It's more or less now, it may be time to give it to the world. We sat back and thought Obama was going to do it. But so I think that it's time for us to to do it. I mean, listen, man, you kicked it for years, and me getting my cut and all that. Exactly. And the barbershop is if you want to know something, go to the barbershop. You know what I mean?
Barbershop, it's what I mean? Everything's being talked about.
So you kind of brought me back to to myself as well, because all these years you kept telling me, yo, come talk. And I'd be like, nah, son, I don't. My thoughts is for my brothers. I'm giving my shit to Wu, and Wu gonna translate that into hip hop. You know what I mean? I never. Because
you would give me so much advice. It was crazy, because I was like, damn, like I gotta get, there's people that need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? You would give me so many different jewels on how to move about, my day to day as far as business and life. And I was like, damn, only if Divine would just talk to the people, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be great. And it was the same principle and process that happened with Dame Dash on the hip hop motivation videos. I would pressure him like, yo, come on, let's record. He'd be like, I ain't got time. And then it happened, and then the next thing it was viral. It did its thing. And any entrepreneur, you guys got jewels, man, and game, man. You've been in the game for many years, especially at a time when you had physical CDs and vinyls and tapes going out. So
First, definitely, shout out to Dame. I didn't even say that. My bad.
Yeah,
Dame, you know how we do, homie.
Definitely.
Me and Dame, we used to be up at Def Jam wringing their asses up there. You know what I mean? But we always had that energy that I think that you got a great team like Leo had. You know what I mean? It was easy for us to do what we did because we had a great team around us. And that's the information also that we need to all realize. And nothing's perfect in this world, okay? Nah. We all going to have our ups and downs, but I think the time it is now is for us to start healing our minds, you know what I mean? And being more, like you said earlier, respectful and more humble with one another.
Right.
And I think that jewel, we talk about it in the shop all the time, but that's something that I'm a loyal fan of, meaning that I think that if something happens today, tomorrow it could be fixed. Why? Because we still breathing.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't hold on to grudges until you old and need a diaper. You can't change nothing at that point.
Exactly.
When you young and you still strong, if you stepped on my foot, all right, I need a new pair of kicks. Let me help you get them kicks for me, because you gotta have to buy me a new pair.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's not a fight. That's me respecting, we clumsy. We step on each other's feet.
Right.
You know, we in a fucking club. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm saying simple metaphors because I want people to understand something. If we start looking at our lives being more valuable than our possessions, things will change. See what I'm saying? You know, you gotta look at why we can sit in the barbershop and we can talk to each other and it's so memorizing. Like, oh my God, yo, you heard what he just said? Yo, Kenyatta, damn, you killed me. Yo, me and Kenyatta used to kick it, and I'll go and I see him the following week. I'll be, yo, you know I did that, right? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I did it. And then I came back. He's like, yo, you know I started taping my ball, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. But what's happening? See, he's cutting your hair. You know what I mean? And
soaking up game like a sponge.
But he's also releasing water. I mean, he's squeezing out a little bit. You know what I mean? And that means that you're getting inspired. That means he's getting inspired. Exactly. And from that experience, we both are successful in all of our affairs. And that mentality needs to spread. We need to spread that mentality that, yo,
spread that around.
Yeah, it's not about everybody always trying to be at odds with one another. You know, I know we got a caller. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, we got a caller. We got Stephanie from, looks like Los Angeles. Stephanie, you there?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Stephanie? What's going on with you?
Hi, how you doing?
Everything's great. Can't complain.
I just wanted to know what inspires you to become a writer?
Oh, well, actually, the inspiration for writing started, you know, I would say like it began in high school. You know, I'm not even going to, you know, put this out there too much for the kids because, you know, it's important to pay attention in school. But I did a lot of writing letters to girls. You know, I probably would, you know, in the midst of like in between classes, it'd be like 20 letters going out to probably like 15 different girls. So that's where it started. Right. So it was like kicking game on paper. And then as I got older, I kept writing show ideas. I just always been in tune with writing. And then, you know, cutting hair was, of course, my trade, you know, that I did as well in school. And I just kept doing it. And you know, I love it. I would do it for free even if I wasn't getting paid to do it, you know. So, and that's what it is. Yeah, I appreciate that question. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Peace. So, in you know, since, you know, Dame, he didn't show up today, you know what I'm saying? And you know,
busy man.
Busy man. He's making his moves.
Listen, yeah, look, you called me. I was like, yo, I take Fridays off.
Yeah,
I ain't got no show this weekend. We ain't coming out here till the 9th.
Right.
You know what I mean? Next month. So I'm good. And you know, you gotta respect that, you know, when you running, you know, when you're mobile, you got your hands in so many things. You it's almost impossible to sit still. You know what I mean? And you don't want to sit still because you got a lot to offer people. Right. You know, opportunities feeds families, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? So even going back to what she just asked you about what made you want to write and all that. See, we want to write because we want to express what the gifts God has given us internally, because all of us got an internal soul. I don't care who you are. Right. There's something inside all of us that God put in us that needs to get out. And when you possess that skill, because I never had that. I sit there and write, but I didn't want you to know what I was writing. I had to spit my game straight to the chick. Like, come here, I ain't writing. No, I don't want evidence.
Right, no evidence.
Because I got a girl.
That's
you know
what got me in trouble too.
I got a girl. You ain't gonna come back. I did that one day, and the shorty gave the teacher the note right in front of my face. I'll never do that again because
and she read to the teacher. The teacher read it.
Yo, the teacher was blushing and shit. She was in front of the class reading this shit. But she thought the shit. She looked at me like, damn, if you did more time in your schoolwork, then you put it to this motherfucking letter right
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but that inspires. You know what I mean? And what you're doing is inspiring us, man. Because when we're able to hear things and read things, it changes the conditions of one's thought pattern. So if I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm all flabbergasted, I don't know what the fuck is going on, all this bullshit is happening, then it just be a one-liner. Right. You know, that changed my whole perspective on my day. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important for people like yourself to do what you're doing, Dame to do what he's doing, I'm doing what I'm doing, and y'all doing what y'all doing. See the brother sitting here, he behind the board. Nobody even know. You know what I mean? Somebody is behind the board running this shit while we running our mouths. But if we don't got him, you ain't even going to hear us. Right. So let's give credit to all of our contributions and stop thinking that we the only ones because it's happening. Nah, you can try that all you want. This is why some of us lose our glory days and they start disappearing and you start saying to yourself, damn, they used to be dope. And you're saying that because they're no longer under the same influence. Right. So keep inspiring, keep writing, you know what I mean? Appreciate you having me up here. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's probably one of my third interviews. It's not what I do, but you know, we here, homie.
Yeah, we here. We still in the building. Just talked to Dame. So plug Dame in. Yeah, so we got Dame on the phone. Yo, Dame. Yo, we wrapping up. We got Dame on the phone line, the one and only Damon Dash, and we got Divine in the building.
Dang, what up?
Divine, what's good, man? What's
good,
happening?
Fam. I'm good, fam. Everything is well. Everything is well.
All right, from one history maker to another, I just wanted to wish Kenyatta a happy birthday.
Thank you,
and
brother.
Congratulations on his radio show. You know what I'm saying? He got his book that just came out today on his birthday. He made videos like a rock star, and he did it the independent way. He got the audio book. So, I'm supporting that and everything else that he's doing. So, hopefully we could rap. I was, I guess it's the anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. Some shit we did about 20 years ago that we celebrating today. And I know 20 years later we're going to celebrate this like it is Reasonable Doubt. Right. So I'm happy about the future. I'm still excited about my past, and that's why I was doing some interviews. But also, I didn't want to take up all the time, and, I like to talk. That's why I got my own show. I've been talking all over your show. So, but definitely, Divine, I want to kick it with you, man. Can we meet up later and do the Dame Dash show? I know he got his show. Listen, can we do mine today too?
Of course, man. I'm here, man. We talked.
We've been brothers for years.
Exactly.
We've been in the same game.
Come on, man. I said it.
Listen, history game. So we always been friends, and we've always given each other advice. And that's the way people like us do. We stick together at all times, and we look good doing it. And that's what independence looks like 20 years later. So I'm proud to have Kenyatta as a friend, Divine as a friend, to be able to help Kenyatta, give him a platform, and have him, evolve from being a barber to a barber to a barber to a television host and to a TV host and to having his own conglomerate. Man. And I support that 100 and being a good father and just being a good dude. So thank you. And any way I can support, I will. And let's talk. And, Mo the Sicilian, thanks for giving me the extra time like a boss.
Of course,
so I appreciate that too. So congratulations. I'm glad I made the first show. Thank you.
All right, peace.
No doubt, Dan. See you in a minute.
My man.
Man, so we're going to wrap up. This is Kenyatta with the Hip Hop Motivation Radio Show, as you just heard. Also, the Dame Dash Show, this segment. And we're going to wrap it up, man. I want to say I appreciate Vaughn for coming through. You got a handle or anything or a website, or you're not on social media at all?
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Nowhere,
but you can hit us up, man. You can hit me at ballininfo, BALLIN info, INFO @gmail.com. Go pick up The Secret to Ballin' Journey. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all the major platforms. Check it out, man, and give me some feedback. Let me know what you think, and you can peep it out on the Hip Hop Motivation YouTube page as well. We signing off. Peace.
Peace.
1 2 1 2. Yo, check this out. It's the jump off right now. I want everybody to put your rope down, put your guns down, and report to the pit, the gravel pit. Leave your problems at home. Leave your children at home. We're gonna take it back underground. I be Bobby Boulders. WuTang Clan on your mind one time. It's the jump off. So just jump off, my nigga.
Check out my gravel pit. All this story unraveling. WuTang is a city that I travel with. Don't go against the grain if you can't handle it.
Ha! Holocaust from the land of the lost. Behold the pale horse, off course. Follow me, WuTang gotta be the best things in Starks and Clark Wallabies. African killer bees, Black Watch. On your radio, blowing out your watch. From Park Hill, the house on Haunted Hill. Every time you walk by, your back get a chill. Let's build, want to talk about skill. I spit like a semi-automatic to the grill. Elbow grease and elbow boom. Baby play me, baby fall down, go boom. Party people gather round, count down to apocalypse.
I'm the kid with the golden arms.
And I'm the motherfucking hot nicks. Pass the blunt. My nigga, don't front. You had it for a minute, but it seemed like a month. Now I'm choking, smoking, hoping I don't croaking from overdosing. Hey kid, walk straight past the eye. When the meth got you open, let's ride. Can't stand niggas that floss too much. Can't stand Bentleys, they cost too much. Kid wanna get up, then kid get touched. Kid wanna stick up, then kid get stuck. I'm the one that called you bluff when your boy try to act tough. Remember what old Dirty said? I'll fuck your ass up. Now listen, back and forth.
Check out my gravel pit. All this story unraveling.
As we go.
WuTang is a city that I travel with. Don't go against the grain if you can't handle it.
As we go.
Eat with the English, extinguish with styles extremists. Forehead beamers run wild as the kid with the gold cup. Stepped out like what? Was poppin' and y'all niggas drove up blasting. Shay, chocolate, saute. Rich Kellamox rock those all day. 1960 shit, I'm Goldie. That's right, motherfucker, don't hold me. The world's greatest, Las Vegas paid as rock. Skin painted on my face, look ageless. Perfect combos, those bang out condos. Jet from Homo, X, we bong those bankrolls, stank hoes and plain clothes. Change those bang those, same old, same old.
Yeah, y'all, straight up, this the jump off right here. The gravel pit, word up, represent rockin' boulders. All my rich gangster style killers, y'all know what time it is. Shorty, do your thing, get up on that right now, boo. Do you? That's what I'm talking about.
Step to my groove, move like this when we shoot the gift. Of course it's ruthless. Grab the mic with no excuses in a sec. Grab the text, salute this. Executing, shaking no sets, and now I'm breaking no hex. I'm taking no bets. Move on bets. Who want the drum next? You won't stink. We got the bigger bank, bigger shank to fill your tank. Still the same kill for real. Volume crank, slide, do or die. Fry the bake, admire the grades. On fire with a heart of hate. Bitter shark, every part I take. Heavy darts to quake. It's on K, all fakes. Get caught by the drop kicks. You know the drill, yes, it's Park Hill. Yo, we hit him with the hot grits. On the go, check the flow. Singing Wu don't rock shit. Stop quick, hold the gossip. Stop sweating my pockets. I hear the hot shit.
Check out my grab kit. A mystery unraveled.
As we go,
WuTang is a city that I travel with. Don't go against the grain if you can't handle.
as we go,
You don't have to move my mountain. Just give me the strength to climb. Lord, don't take away my stomach if I just leave me
as we go,
Back and forth and forth, back and forth and forth, back and forth and forth.
as we go.
Yaku, maker and creator of the devil. Swine merchant, your time is near at hand. Fuck with me and your time will be now. Your presence here affects the mind of my people like a fever. You, Yaku, are the bearer of 9,999 diseases, evil, corrupt, pork chop eating brain.
This guy is a bulldozer with a wrecking ball attached. He'll leave a ring around your eye and tread marks on your back. He's an animal. He's hungry. You ain't been hungry since Supreme Clientele. Remember what you first told me when I took you in. You wanted to be a fighter. You wanted to be a killer.
New York,
you wanted to
stand
be the champ.
Got your boy in the booth, nigga.
Matter of fact, I don't want you in my gym.
About to take you off with this shit.
Just
Godzilla bankroll, stones from Leone. Yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm barely home. Trailblazer, stay ballin' with vengeance. My arts is crafty dogs. Why y'all stuck on Laffy Taffy? Wondering, how did y'all niggas get past me? I've been doing this before Nas dropped it nasty. My waddles, I did them up. Them bricks, I sent them up. My raps, I bit them up. For that, now stick them up. 10-4, good buddy. Tone got his money up. Worth millions, still bag your bitch looking for me. What? Y'all staring at the angel with death. Liar, liar, pants on fire. You burning up like David Koresh. This is architect music. Verbal street opera, proper tech man. Fluid got the projects booming indeed. I ran through the tunnel, terrorized speed. That's when I was still in the jungle, slinging that D.
Get out my face. Don't need no you got no more. Don't need no hair. Been messing up my corner. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off. Hey fool, you ready for another beating? You should have never came back. Look here, man. After I crucify him, you next. And you better have a good doctor to rearrange your face. I'm the champ.
Who wanna battle at dawn? I'm James Bond in the octagon with 2 razors. Bet y'all didn't know I had a fake arm. I lost it while in war before rap. I was getting it on. Took a fat nigga out in like 40 seconds. My gun get hard with a 45 steel erection. Eagle on, Kango half slanted. Coconut bells from Morocco. Gorilla medallions like Flavor Flav clock, yo. Niggas want me dead, but they scared to step to me. Rip they guts out like a hysterectomy. When beef collide, look on the flip by the penitentiary kite. Or get you bumped off from the inside. Jaws is hanging. Frauds is left in they drawers on the floor complaining. and not still eating bacon.
Get now while you can. Don't get it, sucker, no statue. Give him guns. I told you I wasn't going away. You had your shot. Now give me mine. No, I can tell all these nice folks why you've been ducking me. Politics, man. This country wants to keep me there. They don't want me to have a title, cause I'm not a puppet like that fool up there. Ask this woman. She get more pipe from the plummet in bed. I'm the champ.
I'm like the Deuce of Diamonds, cutting spades on the glass table. $500,000 on my left ankle, terry cloth guest shorts. Rolls is comfortable. Bring me a nice bitch, that means I fuck with you. My swag is Mick Jagger, Stones is Roman, Prestige is cut to a T, sparkling weed with up. The cocoa leaf is slightly damp, sprouting in the backyard next to Graham Duke tomato plants. And jets get charted, marquee shit with the cars on it. The haters, they run to the toilet and vomit. Back east, I'm a MC King. Since Cuban, pretty tone, Iron Man, bulletproof and supreme. Koofy on double deuce in the jeans. My man Shank was on the floor with the mother load. Booth in the green, IBF, WBC. Cruiserweight title shots, rap belts belong to DC.
Cause I am bad. I said I am bad. I'm a bad man. I'm so bad. Sometimes I scares myself. Sometimes I look in the mirror, wanna kiss myself. I'm so pretty. Now who am I? Who am I? That's right, and don't y'all forget it. Ladies and gentlemen, I can realize you are the one of my latest sexual and still champion of the world.
I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane, find out my mental, based on instrumental records. Hey, so I can write monumental methods. I'm not the king, but niggas is decaf. I stick 'em for the cream. Check it, just how deep can shit get? Deep as the abyss, and brothers is mad fish. Accept it in your cross color, clothes you crossed over. Think I totally crossed out and crisscrossed. Who the boss? Niggas get tossed to the side, and I'm the dark side of the force. Of course, it's the method. Man from the WuTang clan, I be hectic and coming for the headpiece, protect it. Fuck it, 2 tears in a bucket. Niggas want the ruckus, bustin' at me, bro. Now bust it. Styles like it's buck wow. Method man on some shit, pulling niggas fouls. I'm sick, insane, crazy, driving Miss Daisy out of fucking mind. Now I got mine, I'm swayed. Is it real, son? Is it really real, son? Let me know it's real, son. If it's really real, something I can feel, son. Loaded up and kill one raw deal, son. If it's really real.
When I was a little stereo, I listened to some champion. I always wonder when I will be the number one. Now you listen to the doggone, and the doggone son of rain. And in the gun come test me. Me, I gonna lick out them brains.
But it's down by. Brothers wanna hang with the map, bring the rope. The only way you hang is by the neck, nigga. Both off the set. Come into your projects, take it as a threat. Better yet, it's a promise. Coming from a vet on some old Vietnam shit. Nigga, you can bet your bottom dollar, hey, I bomb shit. And it's gonna get even worse for the God. It's the Wu coming through, thinking niggas for they garment. Moving on your last out for Mr. Meth. Came to represent and call my name in your chest. You can come test, realize you're no contest. Son, I'm the gun that went that old Wild West. Quick on the draw with my hands on the floor. 9-3-11 with the bucket rhymes galore. Check it cause I think not when this hip hop's like proper. Rhymes be the proof while I'm drinking 90 proof, huh? Vodka, no OJ, no straw. When you give it to me, yeah, give it to me raw. I've learned that when you drink absolute straight, it burns. Nothing in my chest here as a perm. I don't need a chemical blow to pull a hoe. All I need is chemical bank to pay them up. Is it real, son? Is it really real, son? Let me know it's real, son, if it's really real. Something I can feel, son. Loaded up and kill one. Want it raw deal, son, if it's really real. I'll fucking cut your kneecaps off and make you kneel in some staircase pit. I'll fucking cut your eyelids off and feed you nothing but sleeping pills.
to 79.
I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses. Can't define how I be dropping these mockeries. Lyrically perform armed robbery. Flee with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Battle scarred shogun. Explosion when my pen hits. Tremendous. Ultraviolet shine blind forensics. I inspect. View through the future. See millennium. Killer bees sold 50 gold, 60 platinum. Shackling the masses with drastic rap tactics. Graphic displays melt the steel like blacksmiths. Black Wu jackets. Queen bees ease the guns in. Rumble with patrolmen. Tear gas lace the function. Heads by the score, take flight inside a war. Ticks hit the floor, die hard fans demand more. Behold the bold soldier, control the globe slowly. Proceeds the blow, swinging swords like shinobi. Stomp grounds and pound footprints in solid rock. Who got it locked, performing live on your hottest fly.
As the world turns, I spread like germ. Bless the globe with the pestilence. The hard-headed never learn. This my testament to those burned. Play my position in the game of life, standing firm. On foreign land, jump the gun out the frying pan. Into the fire, transform into the Ghost Rider. A six-pack and a street car named Desire. Who got my back in the line of fire holding back? What? My peoples, if you with me, where the fuck you at? Niggas is strapped and they tryna twist my beer cap. It's court adjourned for the bad seed from bad sperm. Herb got my wig fried like a bad perm. What the blood? Clots. We smoke pot and blow spots. You wanna think twice? I think not. The iron lung ain't got to tell you where it's coming from. Guns in Navarone, tearing up your battle zone. Rip through your slums.
I twist darts from the heart. Try to intrude, loop my voice on the LP. Martini on the slang rock, certified chatterbox. Vocabulary dawning talking. Tell your story walking. Take cover, kid, what? Run for your brother, kid, run for your team. And your 6 can't rhyme groupies. So I can squeeze with the advantage and get wasted. My deadly notes reign supreme, your fort is basic compared to mine. Domino effect, arts and crafts. Paragraphs contain cyanide. Take a free ride on my dart, I got the fashion. Catalog for all y'all that all praise due to God.
The saga continues. WuTang, WuTang.
Olympic torch flaming, we burn so sweet. The thrill of victory, the agony defeat. We crush slow, flaming deluxe slow. Poor, judgment day cometh, conquer, it's war. Allow us to escape hell, globe spinning bomb. Pocket full of shells out the sky, golden arms. Tune spit the shitty Mortal Kombat sound. The fake false step make the blood stain the ground. A jungle junkie, vigilante tantrum. A death kiss, catwalk squeeze another anthem. Hold it for ransom, tranquilize with anesthesias. My orchestra, graceful, music ballerinas. My music Sicily, rich California smell. An axe kill adventure, paint a picture well. I sing a song from Sing Sing, sipping on ginseng. Righteous wax, chaperone, rotating ring
March of
kings.
the wooden soldiers, C-Cypher punks couldn't hold us. 1,000 men rushing in, not one nigga was sober. Perpendicular to the square, we stand gold like flare. Escape from your dragon's lair. In particular, my beats travel like a vortex through your spine to the top of your cerebral cortex. Make you feel like you busting up from raw sex. Enter through your right ventricle, clog up your bloodstream. Hot terminal like Grand Central Station. Program fat baselines on ovation. Getting drunk like a fuck, I'm ducking 5-year probation.
War of the masses, the outcome disastrous. Many of the victim families saved their ashes. A million names on walls engraved in plaques. Those who went back receive penalties for their acts. Another heart is torn as close ones mourn. Those strayed niggas get slayed on the song.
The track renders helpless and suffers from multiple stab wounds and leaked sounds that's heard. 93 million miles away from K1 to represent the nation. This is a gathering of the masses that come to pay respects to the WuTang Clan. As we engage in battle, the crowd now screams in rage. The hot chief Jamel Arif takes the stage. Light is provided through sparks of energy from the mind that travels in rhyme form, giving sight to the blind. The dumb are mostly intrigued by the drum. Death only one can save self from. This relentless attack of the track spares none.
Yo, fuck that. Look at all these crab niggas laid back. Lamping light and gray and black. Room is on my man's rack. Codeine was tossing your drink. You had a navy green, Salamander fiend. Bitches never heard you scream. You two-faced, scum of the slum. I got your whole body numb. Blowing like Shalimar in 81 sound convincing. $1,000 cork pop convincing. Hands like Sonny Liston. Give fly permission, hold the fuck up. I'll fasten your wig, bad luck. I'll humiliate. Separate the English from the Dutch. It's me. Black Noble Jew Ali. Came in threes, we like the Genovese. Says so. Season these degrees is Earth. 93 million miles from the first rough turbulence. The wave burst. Split the megahertz.
Hey yo,
that's amazing. Gun in your mouth talk, verbal foul hawk. Connect thoughts to make my man chow walk. Swift notarizer, blue tank, all up in the high riser. New York gang visor, word tranquilizer, just a dosage. Delegate my clan with explosives. Wow, my pen blow lines ferocious. Mediterranean, see y'all, the #1 draft pick. Tear down the beat guard, then delegate the guard, the seagull, the swift chancellor. Flex the white gold tarantula. Track truck diesel, play the weak guard. Substantial, max mostly. Undivided, then sliding. Sickening, guaranteed, made him jump like Rod Strickland.
Oh, fuck you can't even sing. Yeah, just sing or something to get some pussy.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. WuTang killer, hubby's on the swarm. Rain on your college ass disco dorm. For you to even touch my skill, you gotta go to one killer B, and he ain't gonna kill now. Chop that down, pass it all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For any MC in any 52 states, I get psycho killer, Norman Bates. My producer slam, my flow is like bam. Jump on stage, and then I did that. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. House nigga, essence, get the feeling they slaying off. Well, look what's can be still fall. They to rip. Well, remorse, like, if I shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodgers Brooklyn squad. WuTang killer, hubby's on the swarm. Rain on your college ass, disco dorm. For you to even touch my skill, you gotta go to one killer B, and he ain't gonna kill now. Drop that down, pass all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For any MC in any 52 states, I get psycho killer, Norman Bates. My producer slam, though it's like bam, jump on stage and then I did that. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, yeah, shimmy, 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 yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all.
You can't even sing. Yeah, just sing or something to get some pussy.
Check it. Yo, check the method of this shit right here one time. Sparking your brain cells to the utmost. Unlimited epidemics being spreaded. No, just trying to add on for y'all niggas. Yo, fusion of the 5 elements. The search for the higher intelligence. Women walk around celibate, living irrelevant. The most benevolent king, communicating through your dreams. Mental pictures been painted. Allah's heard and seen everywhere. Throughout your surrounding atmosphere, troposphere, thermosphere, stratosphere. Can you imagine for one single idea? Everything appeared here. Understanding makes my truth crystal clear. Innocent black immigrants locked in housing tenements. 85% tenants dependent welfare recipients. Stapleton's been stamped as a concentration camp. At night I walk through third eyes bright as a street lamp. Electric micros, robotic probes, taking telescope pictures of the globe. Babies getting pierced with microchips stuffed inside their earlobes. Then examinated, blood contaminated, vaccinated, lies fabricated, exaggerated authorization, food and drug administration, testing poison in prison population. My occupation is to stop the inauguration of Satan. Some claim that it was rating, so I come to slay men like Bartholomew, cause every particle is physical, article is diabolical to the last visible molecule. A space night like bomb, consume planets like Unicron, blasting photon bombs from the arm like Galvatron.
United Nations, gunfire style patient, formulating rap, plural acapella occupation, conquer land like Napoleon. Military bomb fest, we want sanitary food, planetary military conquest. Thug people's on some hardcore body shit. Get your shit together for the fucking Illuminati hit. Dreams is free and escape and sleep. For a fool, peep jewels, keep tools for tough time. The ruler rough mind, elevate, stay behind. The sun gotta shine, keep on, cremate the whole Babylon. Time's up, move on. Kings on your pawn, checkmate. No fakes, approach through the gate, case closed. Fakes get froze when it comes time. Chosen ones will hold the guns. We take flight with no fright and attack. Never fear, cause our words is clear. Once been done, can't be undone, son. We can't care, cause the last days and times are surely here. Snakes and flakes get flunked by the righteous ones. Divine minds bond, we unified as one. Half a black folk, we half broke. Smoke a bowl of weed shit. Our everlasting essence stay flying over Egypt.
Word to Kimmy, don't go, son, nigga, you my motherfucking heart. Stay still, son, don't move, just think about Keeper. Should be 3 in January, your young guard needs ya. The ambulance is taking too long. Everybody get the fuck back. Excuse me, bitch, give me your jack. 1718, 911, low battery. Damn, blood coming out his mouth, he bleeding badly. Nah, Jamie, don't start that shit. Keep your head up, if you escape hell, we're getting fucked up. When we was 8, we went to Bat Day to see the Yanks. In 69, his father and mines, they robbed banks. He pointed to the charm on his neck with his last bit of energy left. Told me rock it with respect. I opened this scene, the guard holding his kids. Photogenic, tears just burst out my wig. Plus he dropped one. Oh shit, here come his old earth with no shoes on. Screaming, holding her breast with a gown on. She fell on him lightly, touched his jaw, kissed him, rubbed his hair. Turned around, the ambulance was there. Plus the blue coats, Officer Low took it as a joke. Weeks ago he strip searched the guard and gave him back his coat. Bitches yelling. Beanie Man swung on Helen in the back of a cop car. Dirty talk shit telling, but suddenly a chill came through. It was weird, felt like my man was cast out my heaven that we shared. Laid on his stretcher, blood on his wallies like ketchup. Deep like the Paul assassination with a sketch of it. It can't be from you who the leads. Second grade hump the teachers about to leave. Finally this close chapter comes to an end. He was pronounced dead, y'all, at 12:10.
Now what my man is trying to tell y'all is that across the whole globe the murder rate is increasing and we decreasing. So at the same time, when you play with guns, son, that causes the conflict of you going against your own. You hear me? So let's pay attention, straight up and down, cause this is only a story from the real.